a very crucial reason why you will often see senior leaders of the BJP and the ecosystem of BJP, why they try and shift the focus of prevalent narrative from price rise, from crime against women, from other burning issues to an artificial construct. What is that artificial construct? You just have to close your eyes and listen to the speeches of whether it's the Prime Minister, whether it's the Home Minister, whether it's any of their cabinet members or any senior leader. You will know the artificial construct. The artificial construct is to divide. The artificial construct aims at diverting your attention, diverting the collective attention of the country, of the state of Karnataka, of the opposition, of the media, of the civil society, onto issues which are absolutely irrelevant to the day-to-day lives of you and me. So you'll ask, what are the relevant issues? Well, the relevant issues are issues that affect our daily living and our daily lives. What are those issues? Now, if I was paying 410 rupees per cylinder up till 2014 and today I am paying 1100 rupees without my income having gone up proportionately, that's a relevant issue, you will say. You'll agree with me? Yes, that's a relevant issue. Now, if I was paying 71 rupees per litre for petrol in 2014, today I am paying 101 rupees per litre. And that too when the crude oil in the international market is $73 and when they buy it from Russia it's $43. Why aren't they passing the benefits to the consumer, to you and me, to the common woman and man? These are the relevant issues. And why do you think the government doesn't want us to discuss these relevant issues? Because this, if we discuss, exposes the real face of the government, which shows that the government has nothing to do with governance. They are full-time, absolutely 24/7, only trying to divide us, only trying to create controversies, only trying to create conflict in the society. So it's not just the petrol, it's not just gas cylinder, it's not just diesel, it's not just pulses, dal, cooking oil. Something like the building material. Now, it's a dream of every single, whether we belong to the middle class, whether we belong to any class, any caste, any religion, it's a dream to have a house of our own. Look at the price of the building material. You will be shocked. Everything has gone up. Everything, construction material, cement, which used to come in 2014 for 230 rupees a bag, is now gone up to 430 plus. My prices that I am quoting, 430, is for 2021. I am sorry, I don't have the 2023 prices. My dear friend sitting here from News 24, he's an expert on prices, so you can ask him later, Mr. Sandeep.
It is around 500 now.
It's 500, he's saying. You talk about steel. What we used to buy for 51,438 rupees per metric ton in 2014 is now 82,500 rupees per metric ton. Now look at the mind-boggling rise in prices of these essential commodities. These are essential because, as I said, it's our dream to have a house on our head, a ceiling on our head, a roof on our head. But how does one expect the common woman and man, without proportionate increase in his or her income, to afford living a normal, decent, dignified life in today's India, in today's Karnataka? That's why the focus of the Congress party all through the campaign has been a very, very positive focus. Now, for a doctor to have a positive focus on a disease, a correct diagnosis is important. So when we are diagnosing the disease, we are not really criticizing anyone. We are just diagnosing the disease. The diagnosis of the disease is that there is a severe crisis of governance, which leads to high prices, which leads to a complete lack of attention on these issues by the government, and therefore the government is busy doing what it is best at, which is dividing us, which is creating conflict in the society. And what is the relief? What is the treatment which the Congress party is suggesting? The 5 guarantees brought by the Congress party in this election campaign, in this manifesto, in this round of the elections, is the proposed treatment for the diagnosed disease. There are 5 promises. My colleagues have been repeating those promises, and I am sure by now at 1:30 or 2 in the night, if I wake you up, you will be able to tell me what those 5 promises are, 5 guarantees are. So I won't repeat those 5 guarantees. But that's the difference between the BJP and the Congress. One stands for the disease which affects each one of us, and the other is trying to bring the cure, the treatment for the sufferings that all of us are going through. Individually, collectively, as a nation, as a state, we are all suffering because the priorities of the ruling party, whether in Karnataka or in the country, the priorities are not what they should be. The priorities do not have anything to do with your lives or mine. Your questions, please. Let's try and focus on this, and then I'll open for other questions also. Zarur.
बीजेपी या प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी की बात करें तो मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम अटैक करते हैं कि सेंटर के जो पॉलिसीज हैं, जो योजनाएं हैं, कांग्रेस सरकार अगर सत्ता में आती है तो उसको ब्लॉक करके आ रहे हैं। दूसरा, आज जो उन्होंने लास्ट 5-10 मिनट से पहले भाषण दिया, उन्होंने कहा कि कांग्रेस ने 91 बार गाली दी, अम्बेडकर को भी दगाबाज कहा, राक्षस कहा। तो क्या कांग्रेस से गलती हो गई है? और उन्होंने ये भी कहा कि कांग्रेस उनको सावरकर और अम्बेडकर जैसा सम्मान देती है जब इस तरह से गालियां देती है।
आपका पहला सवाल नीतियों पर कि जो से केंद्र सरकार की नीतियां हैं, कांग्रेस जब आएगी तो उनको बदल देगी। नरेगा को एक बड़ी भूल किसने कहा था? नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कहा था। ये वही नरेगा है जब कोविड के दौरान लोग मारे मारे फिर रहे थे, रोजगार नहीं था, खाने को पैसे नहीं थे, अनाज नहीं था, तो यही नरेगा काम आया था। तो ऐसा बोलने से पहले खुद अपने गिरेबान में लोगों को झांक लेना चाहिए। रही बात इतिहास को तोड़ मरोड़ कर पेश करने की, तो ये जो अभी मैंने अपनी प्रेस वार्ता में कहा, ये जो आदत हो गई है विवाद पैदा करने की, ये आदत क्यों है? ये विवाद पैदा करने की फितरत इसलिए है क्योंकि आपको आपकी असलियत मालूम है, क्योंकि आप जानते हैं कि अगर आपके ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड पर चर्चा शुरू कर दी कि आपने सरकार कैसी चलाई, वो राज्य सरकार हो कर्नाटक की या वो केंद्र सरकार हो, तो आपके पास जवाब नहीं होंगे। तो आप क्वेश्चन पेपर भी खुद सेट करना चाहते हो ताकि जवाब देना नहीं पड़े। इसको जब हम और आप एग्जाम देते थे तो इसको चीटिंग कहा जाता है। तो अब चीटिंग का जवाब तो हम क्या देंगे? हमारा एजेंडा आपके सामने है, 5 गारंटी हमारा एजेंडा है, लोगों को राहत पहुंचाना हमारा एजेंडा है, मध्यम वर्ग को राहत पहुंचाना हमारा एजेंडा है। इस एजेंडा पे अगर प्रधानमंत्री जी, इस राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री या कोई भी डिबेट करना चाहते हैं, चर्चा करना चाहते हैं, तो हमारी चुनौती स्वीकार करें। आइए इस पर पहले चर्चा कर लेते हैं, फिर आएंगे हम इतिहास पर, उस पर भी हम चुनौती देते हैं। कब किसने किसके साथ कितना दगा किया, उस पर भी हम चर्चा करने को तैयार हैं। मैं ज्यादा उस विषय पर नहीं बोलना चाहता हूं, लेकिन पूरे आजादी के आंदोलन में जो दगा किया था, जो धोखा दिया था आजादी के आंदोलन को, उसमें कौन कौन क्या भूमिका अदा कर रहा था, वो आप सबके सामने है। फिर बटेश्वर कांड भी खुलेगा, फिर और कई कांड खुलेंगे, फिर भारत छोड़ो आंदोलन के वक्त किस तरह से चिट्ठियां लिखते थे इनके बड़े बड़े नेता हिंदू महासभा के अंग्रेजों को, वो भी खुलेगा। फिर आप जब कांग्रेस सरकारों को छोड़कर भारत छोड़ो आंदोलन कर रही थी, तो हिंदू महासभा मुस्लिम लीग के साथ मिलकर सरकारें बना रही थी, वो भी बात खुलेगी। ऐसी कई बातें खुलेंगी। अगर आप तैयार हैं तो चुनौती भी स्वीकार करिए, हम वो चुनौती भी स्वीकार करते हैं। रही बात गालियों की, कल सोनिया गांधी जी के विषय में जिस तरह की ओछी टिप्पणी की गई क्या किसी ने माफी मांगी? कोई देश, पूरे विश्व में कोई देश आपको ऐसा नहीं मिलेगा जो अपने ही देश के हीरोज को गाली देता हो, नायकों को गाली देता हो। कभी अमेरिका में आपने नहीं सुना होगा कि जॉर्ज वॉशिंगटन के खिलाफ कोई बोलता हो, कभी आपने अफ्रीका में नहीं सुना होगा कि नेल्सन मंडेला के खिलाफ कोई बोलता हो। लेकिन हिंदुस्तान में 2014 से एक परंपरा आ गई है कि नेहरू जी के खिलाफ, महात्मा गांधी के खिलाफ जिस तरह का माहौल बनाया जा रहा है, कौन माफी मांगेगा? मांगे माफी? प्रधानमंत्री जी को आज माफी मांगनी चाहिए थी। हम तो उम्मीद कर रहे थे कि आज माफी मांगेंगे सोनिया जी के खिलाफ जो अपशब्द बोले गए उसके, लेकिन उन्होंने माफी नहीं मांगी। बड़ा दिल दिखाना चाहिए उन्हें, बड़ा बनना पड़ता है। He's asked me in Hindi, so I'll do both. So what was your question? Surat Court?
Rahul Gandhi continues his fight in a high court of Surat. Will he get the justice, sir? Are you hoping for
But
that?
we have absolute faith in the judicial system of this country. The institutions of this country were not built overnight, and believe me, they cannot be destroyed overnight. Several governments over the last 7.5 decades have strived and worked hard to create these institutions, to create these processes and systems. We have absolute faith in the judicial processes. Our struggle and our fight continues. We'll be unrelenting in our struggle. Mr. Rahul Gandhi has made it very clear that his fight is against crony capitalism. His fight is to restore the dignity of the institutions which are under a severe threat. That fight will carry on uncompromisingly.
Yesterday, sir, Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister, made several allegations. He said that Siddaramaiah, Mallikarjun Kharge and D.K. Shivakumar are dangerous to the state. And he also says Prime Minister is like a Vishikant. He can drink all the wish wherever any allegation comes from the Congress party. And Congress is like a wish kumbh. So how do you see this kind of statement?
A man who is an interloper, who had lost the election but then again came back from the back door and has failed miserably in his own state, it's laughable when he comes and makes these remarks in other states. Please advise him to go back to his state and stay there for the next 8 months at least, because after that he'll be free. Then he can go about traveling across the country and making such speeches. Right now his state needs his attention, and in the next 8 months the state won't even need his attention. If you think that being obnoxious is being aggressive, then I'm sorry, we would rather be not aggressive. They are obnoxious, and it's important for us to counter them. So we counter them. If we don't counter them, their lies will sound like truth. So when we counter them, we are not being defensive. We are just showing the truth. Our agenda, my friend, is very clear, very simple, very positive, very pro-people. We will not move even an inch from our agenda. Nobody can lay a trap for us and make us move from our pro-Karnataka, pro-people guarantees. We are absolutely unrelenting on this. Let them try whatever they have to. It's not the first time. What they are doing now with the help of technology, they used to do without technology. The full form of RSS was always the rumor spreading society. Now the rumor spreading society has WhatsApp in their hands, has modern technology in their hands. We counter them and move on. The country listens to them, laughs at them, moves on. Let them do what they have to. They are good at only this. We are good at giving good governance. We can promise you that we'll give you good governance. Ma'am, let the lady ask.
The in Humnawat, leader today has made a statement that even as the Congress continues to attack me 91 times, he listed it out, he says that he's going to continue to work for the people of Karnataka. In light of the recent statements made by your leaders, the Election Commission has also now taken note after a complaint was filed, and they're going to be formally probing this.
What stopped the Prime Minister and his party's government in Karnataka to deliver? Last 5 years they had, almost the entire 5 years they had. Why didn't they deliver? What's the excuse? Why is he shifting the goalpost today? Why isn't he talking about the performance of his government? Why isn't he talking about the 40% commission? The charges were leveled by his own people. Why isn't he responding to that? We were expecting that the Prime Minister of India will show some sense of responsibility and accountability and respond to the charges, very serious charges leveled against his government, his party's government in Karnataka by very, very senior people, by associations, by the contractor association. What are his responses? Now, how can we ask him a question on the 40% commission and he comes and responds about some medieval history of India? But that was not the curriculum. The question paper is something else. He is responding something else. And as far as using foul language against icons is concerned, I think the record-breaking spree of abuses goes to the BJP. Nowhere in the world will you see any country demolishing her icons. Have you ever heard some senior leaders of America demolishing George Washington? You'll never hear that. Whichever party, whichever ideology, whichever leaning they belong to. You'll never hear anybody in Africa demolishing Nelson Mandela. But since 2014, there has been a very unhealthy trend in this country where the BJP in particular and RSS and its ecosystem is out there day in and day out demolishing our icons. We understand you have a severe shortage of your own heroes. We know you don't have heroes from that era. But then don't try and demolish other heroes, because those heroes belong to the country. They don't belong to any particular ideology or a party. It so happened that they were from the Congress party. Who stopped you from having your own heroes during the Quit India movement? Nobody stopped you. Why didn't you participate in the Quit India movement? Why did you join hands with the British? We didn't stop you. So today you can't turn around and say that all those heroes are fake. I'm sorry. You had an opportunity. History gave you an opportunity. You missed that opportunity. And today again history has given you that opportunity. Do something heroic. You are wasting this glorious opportunity. 9 years of this country's history have been wasted. The mandate has been wasted because you are busy attacking the heroes of the past instead of doing something heroic yourself.
So, Shobha Karandale, the BJP Union Minister for State Agriculture, she says that calling somebody mad or the Vishakanya and other things are not the culture of our Sanskriti. Their own minister, the former minister, civil aviation minister, Yatnal called Sonia Gandhi away.
So ask them for an apology. Ask them that he should be suspended from the party. Let them walk the talk. Show some signs of culture if you have some. How can you abuse someone as senior and a woman and then get away with it?
सर कल अदालत आलिया की तरफ से फैसला आया है कि हिट पिक्चर्स के खिलाफ एफआईआर दर्ज करें.
It's a very timely intervention. मैं दोनों भाषाओं में बात करूंगा. It's a very timely intervention and we are very grateful to the Honorable Supreme Court because the atmosphere is being vitiated by state and non-state actors both. And there was no way you and I could have done anything had the courts not intervened. हम माननीय सर्वोच्च न्यायालय के इस हस्तक्षेप का बहुत स्वागत करते हैं. बिना इस हस्तक्षेप के माहौल में सुधार नहीं हो सकता था क्योंकि ये माहौल बिगाड़ा जा रहा है सरकारी प्राश्रय के जरिए. सरकार का पूरा इसको प्रोटेक्शन है, सहयोग है, जिसकी वजह से आज हेट स्पीच हो रही है, नफरत का एक आलम बनाया जा रहा है.